In the Mahabharata, Yudhisthira stands apart, not just as a king, but as Dharmaraja, the living embodiment of righteousness. His truthfulness was so absolute that legend claimed his feet never touched the earth, a symbol of his purity. Yudhisthira's wisdom and sense of justice were unmatched. He saw Dharma not as rigid rules, but as a living, compassionate principle. His choices, like reviving Nakula to honor his stepmother, revealed a mind attuned to subtlety and fairness. While his brothers wielded weapons, Yudhisthira's strength was his unwavering commitment to truth. This reputation made his word law, respected by all, but also a heavy burden. Every decision he made shaped destinies, and his virtue became both his shield and his greatest vulnerability. Yet, in a world rife with intrigue, even the purest ideals would soon be tested. The Kurukshetra war would force Yudhisthira to confront a dilemma that would forever alter his legacy.
The Kurukshetra war was more than a battle for a throne. It was a struggle for the very soul of Dharma. The Pandavas, led by Yudhisthira, fought to restore justice after years of humiliation and injustice at the hands of the Kauravas. The disrobing of Draupadi marked the point of no return, exposing the Kauravas' abandonment of all moral codes. For the Pandavas, victory meant more than power. It was about ensuring that righteousness triumphed over evil. Yet war blurred the lines between right and wrong, forcing the Pandavas to fight their own kin and mentors. Arjuna's hesitation on the battlefield captured the agony of upholding Dharma while facing loved ones. Krishna guided them, teaching that in times of crisis, even the righteous must sometimes bend the rules to serve a greater good. The war became a crucible, showing that the path to justice is paved with painful compromises. Restoring Dharma demanded not just courage, but the willingness to make heartbreaking choices. On the battlefield, Dronacharya, once the Pandavas' revered teacher, became their greatest obstacle. As commander of the Kaurava army, Drona's mastery and divine weapons made him nearly invincible. His strategies, like the Chakravyuha, left the Pandavas desperate and on the verge of defeat. Yet Drona's loyalty to the throne of Hastinapura, not to Dharma, led him to acts that stained his legacy. He stood silent during Draupadi's humiliation and broke the rules of war in Abhimanyu's tragic death. These betrayals revealed that Drona, despite his brilliance, fought for Adharma. The Pandavas realized that defeating their guru was not just a military necessity, but a moral imperative. The time had come to stop the destruction he unleashed, even if it meant crossing lines they never wished to cross.
With Drona unstoppable, Krishna devised a plan targeting his one weakness, his son, Ashwathama. Bhima killed an elephant named Ashwathama and loudly declared, "Ashwathama is dead." But Drona would only believe Yudhisthira, whose word was never doubted. Krishna urged Yudhisthira to confirm the news, forcing him into a moral crisis. Pressured by the fate of his army, Yudhisthira spoke, "Ashwathama is dead, man or elephant," muttering the truth as trumpets drowned out the crucial detail. For the first time, Yudhisthira's truth was used as a weapon of deception. Instantly, the symbol of his purity, his chariot floating above the ground, vanished, and his wheels touched the earth. The half-truth broke Drona's spirit, leading to victory, but at a terrible personal cost. Yudhisthira had saved his people, but lost a piece of his soul. The act shook the very foundations of his identity as Dharmaraja.
Yudhisthira's dilemma reveals the harsh truth of leadership. Sometimes even the purest ideals must bend to serve a greater good. His half-truth was not just a tactical move, but a sacrifice of innocence for the survival of his people. The chariot touching the ground became a symbol of the loss that comes with power and responsibility. To rule, Yudhisthira had to step down from the pedestal of absolute idealism and face the world's harsh realities. The victory of the Pandavas restored Dharma, but it was stained with grief and moral compromise. Yudhisthira's story reminds us that the greatest battles are fought within, and that the path of righteousness is never simple. Even the most just cause can demand a heavy price. In the end, true Dharma is not rigid. It is a living principle, shaped by wisdom, compassion, and the courage to choose, even when every choice comes at a cost.